What is up, everybody? We should be live right now. I am live from a hotel room in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And I've discovered that people in Wisconsin don't like when you say Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So there's that. That's kind of weird. So let's go ahead. Let's see if we're live. Waiting for the live to pop up here on YouTube to let me know that this is actually working. Are we live? Maybe we're not live. Maybe I'm talking to myself. Let me check on this, guys. Okay, yeah. Okay, we are live. Just waiting for it to populate on my YouTube so I can follow the chat. Can't see the chat right now, guys, so give me just a few minutes. We'll let everybody jump on. So the long and the short of it is this, is that I've been going out of town a lot lately. I have another business, a football helmet business, signed football helmets. And so I'm out of town a pretty good bit with that. And I decided, you know what? I can't just leave you guys hanging every day. So for the most part, I'm trying to do fresh fire. I'm going to tell you guys about here in just a second. I have kind of some exciting stuff going on next week. Going to be heading to San Francisco. So hold on. I'm trying to get this chat where I can see what's going on, but I just can't see it. Oh, here it is. Oh, I need to change the title. Hold on, guys. Let me change this title real quick because I'm not live with those people. Let's see here. Fresh 5 crypto live stream. We're going to talk Tron, Bitcoin, and we're also going to talk CoinMarketCap today. So this is going to be like one of my regular, we usually do, we usually live stream for, about an hour or whatever, but today's going to be pretty quick. Audio a little low. Okay, here we go. Let me see if I can pull that up. Is that better? Is that better? I'm not sure if that's better. Let me check, see what's going on with my sound here. Make sure we got the input. Yep. Okay, so it should be a little faster. Okay, awesome. What's up, Joel? Good to see you, man. So yeah, anyways, guys, so I'm going to be out of town next week. Also, I'm heading to San Francisco. So we'll start there. This will be the first story we'll start with today, which will be, where is it at here? Here it is. Okay, Circle CEO becomes next guest at Buffett Crypto Power Lunch. So this is going on next week. The CEO of Circle has been invited, Jeremy Allaire. He's going to be going to the lunch with Justin Sun and Warren Buffett. Will you be nice about what? What will you be nice about? Oh, what's up, stock, real estate, and Bitcoin-related strategies? But, the thing about it is I'm going to be going to San Francisco next week. So they're having a big day all surrounding the power lunch with Warren Buffett and Justin Sun and several blockchain leaders. So I'm actually getting to go, I believe, according to my schedule, at 9 a.m. next week, I'm going to get to go to a press conference with Warren Buffett and Justin Sun. I'm assuming Warren Buffett's going to be there. I think he's going to be there. I'm not 100% sure. It says press conference with Warren Buffett. So that'll be really cool. I'm definitely going to get some videos, maybe some live streams of that press conference. Also got invited to do a private AMA along with some other, influencers with Justin Sun. So that'll be pretty exciting. So good things happening for the channel. They're also going to be taking us on a ferry ride around San Francisco. There's going to be an after party, the whole 9 yards. Tron paid for my, flight and my hotel out there. So I'm really excited about that. I think that's going to be really cool for the channel. So this Tron event that's going on next week with the Power Lunch, at least in some way, I'm going to be able to be part of it. So, pretty excited about that. Hopefully I get to meet Warren Buffett. I doubt it. Maybe I'll get to see him from a distance at least. But I think it'll be pretty cool to be there. So, we do have a new person has been announced to go, the Circle CEO. I always want to call it Square. Ferry to Mr. Mosty. Come on, Mr. Mosty. You know what I'm talking about. They're taking us to a fancy lunch place. And so I hope that they have chicken nuggets. That's all I have to say. So, okay, guys, let's move on here. We got this story here. This is going to be a pretty quick video today. Like I said, we're just going to touch on the top 5 stories of the day. This came out actually, I think yesterday I started hearing this. And basically what Libra said in their remarks, what David Marcus said, is that there is a Swiss data protection group that's going to be overseeing everything they're doing with Libra. And they were like, what's up, Cryptoshi? They were like, yeah, about that, David Marcus, we're not so sure that that's actually a real thing that's happening because you haven't reached out to us. So it says that this is from the Swiss Federal Data Protection and Information Commissioner. They said once they heard those remarks, that was news to them. They said, we've taken note of the statements by David Marcus on our role as the data protection supervisory authority in the Libra context. Until today, we've not been in contact with the promoters of Libra. And I don't know, I feel like this is one of those things. Mr. Mosey's drinking, I think. This is one of those things where, it's like kind of chicken and the egg kind of deal where Libra Coin, I think, is trying to put all their ducks in a row. I've said chickens and eggs and ducks. I'm hungry. I need to eat. You guys give me some Milwaukee restaurant suggestions. But anyways, where I think Libra's trying to put all their ducks in a row, but they haven't actually got all the ducks in a row because they're waiting on the regulation. They don't know how long this is all going to take. So I think probably the plan is for them to have this to be the overseeing authority on the data protection and things like that. But, we'll just have to kind of see what happens from this. I don't think this is a red flag or anything like that. A lot of people are like, Facebook already is going out of control, saying they're doing stuff they're not really doing. I don't think that's really the case. I think it's really just, the fact that, they have a plan for what they want to do, but until they get a little further with actually the creation of the coin and getting past some of the hurdles they're going to get past, they probably haven't contacted who they need to contact. So I thought this was an interesting story. A political party adopts blockchain-based elections as the new standard. And we've seen this already with some smaller countries. They're not really coming to mind right now because they're smaller. But this is the first, in my mind, like real legitimate country that's doing blockchain elections. And this is the party. This is the Opportunities Party, right? It's an opportunities party. It's a party you go to, and there's a lot of things you can do. So they have 4,500 members of this party, and they're going to. They gave their party last year the opportunity to vote between 8 candidates on the blockchain. So we have this is a small Kiwi company. I'm proud to be working with Horizon State against an Opportunities Party leader, Jeff Simmons. I think this is the party that's actually this is the company that's putting on the blockchain elections. But guys, if you look back at the debacle that we had in 2016 with America's elections, it makes sense to put everything on the blockchain because everything would be transparent. And then every person could see for themselves, not necessarily who voted what way, but which way, everything, all the, the way that everybody voted, all the polling places and what their actual results were. There's no hanging chads with blockchain, I guess, is a good way to say it. And when you think of our election system in America, it still blows me away that all of our states vote differently. Like some votes use cards and digital voting, some there may still be places where they do handwritten ballots. I'm not 100% sure on that. But the fact that we live in America, what's up? Subtler Ventures in the house. But the fact we live in America and we don't have some kind of standard operating procedure for voting, like it blows my mind. I think a lot of people, they really think of the United States of America as like we're one country, especially people looking on the outside. And it's true, but a lot of the individual states do things differently. So what blockchain voting does is it allows a standard to be all the way across the voting landscape. So I definitely think that's something pretty cool that, I'm glad to see New Zealand, at least one party in New Zealand is doing this. It'll be good when it's not just one party that's probably voting for their nominations and things like that, but where we actually see a country adopt blockchain voting. And honestly, I don't feel like that's very far away. So let's see, that was number 3. Let's move on to number 2. Which one do I want number 2? Let's make this story number 2, Bitcoin. Bitcoin declared legal commodity in Chinese court. And we're going to kind of talk about price here for just a second as well. But there was a case in China where Bitcoin was declared to be an official legal commodity. We've kind of seen that on a smaller scale. We haven't necessarily seen that, on a large scale across the country of China. But here it is. This is from Dovey Wan. She says, today the first property dispute case on Bitcoin finalized trial in a local Chinese court. The court confirmed the virtual property attribute of Bitcoin, recognized it as a virtual property with value. So what does this mean for Bitcoin when it comes to China? This does not mean that all of a sudden, Bitcoin's legal in China and everybody's going to be able to trade it and everybody's going to be able to, do what they want with it. What this means is that if you own Bitcoin in China, now that Bitcoin is declared to be a property. It's virtual property now. So that was a big win, I thought, in China for, Bitcoin. And we move over and look at the price a little bit. Yesterday we had obviously a big rise. We went up $1,000 to about 10,700, I believe. Right now we're coming in. Oh, we forgot to do Market Watch. Right now we're coming in at 10,422. So it has had a dip since yesterday, but it's good to see Bitcoin above $10,000 again. We still have the bears that are calling for the price to go down, all the way to 8,000, somewhere around there. The good news is I'm not really seeing a lot of people talk about lower than that. But biggest winners of the day, Japan Content Token, Wax, Ren, Sol, Bitcoin Diamond. Biggest losers of the day, Metaverse, Quant, Zcash, ABBC Coin, and Energy. So let's get back talking about Bitcoin here. This is kind of what people are saying about the price. They're saying that if we don't end the week above 1,200, that means that the bears are back in control. And of course, that's not a great thing if you want the price to go up in the short term. They're saying that we really need the price to go. Yeah, thanks, Jalen. Good to see you. Oh, we're gonna get an IOST break. We're not there yet. We still have our IOST break coming. I don't have my cards to come through though. But basically, people are saying the price could drop back below $10,000 within 24 hours. They're saying we need the weekly close above 12,000, and they're saying that $11,080 is really a tough resistance mark. So, what do you guys think? I think that I'm tired of predicting. I have no idea what's going to happen. I do like the idea of the price going up. I think most of us do, unless you got those buy orders at 2,500, which will never get filled. But I'm pretty confident that, we were on a trajectory that was going to put us back at all-time highs in a short period of time. And I don't know if that was necessarily the best thing. I do want the price going up. I like that we're above 10,000. I think as long as we stay around 10,000 at least, I feel pretty good about where we're going. If we were to drop back down to the 8,000, I think that just shows that, the bears can take control much faster than we thought they could. And I'm not too happy about that. So what do you guys think? What do you think the price is going to go to? I changed the title. He's not here. That was from last week. And he didn't show up. Well, I said that in a negative way. He overslept. He contacted us afterwards. That's why he wasn't on the stream last week. But I should have changed. Everything should be changed now. So I should have the new title. Fresh. Yeah. Should have new title so it doesn't say Crypto Love anymore. But anyways, guys. So I want to talk about IOST, our conference that we had yesterday. Our sharing conference for Q2. And the long and the short of it is, a lot of the nodes did a lot of really impressive things over the last, it doesn't change in the notifications, gotcha. A lot of nodes did a lot of great stuff, and I took the opportunity when it was my turn to share to, pat myself on the back and say, great job, BitBoy, because that's what everybody does. All the nodes did, especially if you got tier 1. But there's a lot more going on than just, hey, we did a great job for Q2. Obviously, IOST has a lot of work we need to do right now. So the nodes, we all realize that. And we all realize that we are, I got you. we all, I forgot to change the title. I haven't done one of these in a long time, so sorry about that, guys. But, everybody's done a good job. But what I said is every node and every person on the IOST team needs to look at themselves in the mirror and say, what can we do better to raise awareness? Because, other than my channel, like me just, talking about IOST a good bit, like there's not a lot of exposure out there for IOST. Crypto Stash obviously doing a good job as well with that. But I think that it's something we can all do better. So there's a summary of my remarks, which were not very long, believe it or not. I try not to be long-winded. Who is this? Libby? What did they say? They said they localized videos, testing, and demonstrated products produced by BitBoy. Yeah, I talked about them a little bit on the channel last month. That's what that was. I saw my name and was like, what is this? YouTube influencer in the United States, BitBoy. Talked about my contribution with daily videos on IOST, and that gave some suggestions. I would like to see the IOST team reassure the community by really showing what's going on with the roadmap, what's for quarter three, what are we looking forward to. Make it easier to create the mainnet accounts. If you guys know, that process is a little laborious in my opinion. And then strengthen communication with partner nodes. So we're actually doing that. We do have, there are several of us nodes. I can't give like too many details on it right now, but there are several of us nodes that are, in talks for how we can improve the ecosystem in general. And, it hasn't been made 100% official yet, but it's definitely going to be something that I think is going to be very exciting for the community, because it's a lot of the nodes that are doing a lot of work with IOST, the more active nodes. I would say you have some of the nodes at the top that have a lot of votes, but they're not really doing much for IOST. So that's going to be pretty exciting. So that was a little bit about what we talked about yesterday in the conference. Basically what IOST talked about was having better communication with the partners, which I talked about as well. A little more transparency in how they're grading the contribution reports, because those are, get a little... at the end, it's hard to quantify impact, and that's what they're trying to do. And they also talked about the roadmap. So it sounded like a lot of my concerns I was really raising with them were things that, they already kind of knew they need to do a better job of. So definitely look forward to quarter three for IOST being kind of a make or break quarter, I think. I think this is going to really determine whether or not we're going to be able to get back up in the top 50 and whether or not we're going to be able to, because to me, the number one reason why I try to tell people to come to IOST is the rewards. But if the price keeps dropping and, from an investor standpoint, then you're not, even if you're earning more IOST, you're not really making money. So definitely looking forward to quarter three being a make or break, kind of period for the investing when it comes to IOST, and excited about that. So let's see, we got some comments here. You figured out Android. My Android thing's a no-go, man. I got a phone. It was crappy. What's up, Jasper? It was terrible, and so it's not working. So what's up, Crypto Chains? Good to see you, man. You really want me to look into that Phantasma chain? Maybe I'll do a story on it. Yeah, I think I was looking up the July soft launch for Backed, and I didn't see any news on it. I couldn't find any news. Also, guys, I want to tell you, let's see, there was a story about 3 commas I wanted to bring up. Let's see here. I'll probably cover it on Monday, maybe. No, this is not the one. 1 week ago. I can't find it. I'm gonna be giving you guys a story about 3 commas pretty soon. It's pretty interesting. They're kind of expanding what they're doing. Probably gonna make a video on that maybe next week. But here's the number one story I want to talk about. This to me is absolutely insane. I don't know if you guys saw this. Oh, July 22nd? Wow, that's cool. Okay. Testing starts July 22nd. I didn't know that. I've been trying to look for information on it, and I haven't been able to find any, so obviously I haven't been looking too hard. Yeah, we should get a lot of news. That'll be good. I mean, because IOST is one of the coins even on there that that is going to be on back. So excited about that. For $15,000, this guy, a graduate of Moscow University, will fake your exchange volume, and he'll get you on CoinMarketCap. What is a terrible story for cryptocurrency, which really affirms everything that a lot of people think about crypto, is that it's easy to get your coin pumping. And basically what this guy does is for $15,000, he'll use bots and get on exchanges, and he will trade and make it appear like your coin has a lot of volume. Now, why would someone want to do this? Well, when you have ICOs that promise a lot of stuff to their investors, and then when the launch happens, like they realize there's not excitement and the volume isn't going to be high, what this guy would do is those companies would hire him to pump up the volume. Got to pump it up. To pump up the volume right when the coin got listed. And it says that it programs bots to trade tokens back and forth from each other, creating the illusion of active markets. While it's rare to hear market manipulators talk openly about their trade, there are other businesses out there like that. And what was so crazy about this article to me was that this guy is putting his face out there. It is almost like an advertisement for him, saying, hey, I'm willing to do this for you if your coin needs this. So it's pretty sketchy, 100%. He said the business is not ethical. Here's a good quote here. No more Lambo dreams. A bike would be fine. I thought this was hilarious. Basically talking about how it used to be where everybody thought that everybody who made their own coin was going to get super rich, and a lot of people have really came back to earth in regards to that. And so no more Lambo dreams. A bike would be fine. He talked a lot about the way that he does this, talked even about his tools, talked about the service that he used, or the exchange he does it on. I believe one of the exchanges, I think it's GotBit. Let's check that out. I did not go to that. I probably should have. Sorry, I'm up here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Been busy, guys. Let's see. Nope, that's Fitbit. What is GotBit? This is, if you guys have ever done this, if you've ever tried to Google anything, this is the way you find what you're looking for. Just type crypto afterwards. Crypto. Yeah, I don't see it on here, actually. It's not on here at all. Here, the story is also on Yahoo, which is not good. It's the exact same story. Now, I've also said in the past that while, this article says that 95% of a lot of the volume on a lot of exchanges is fake, the fact is, in my opinion, is that it's canceled out by all the over-the-counter trading. There's so much over-the-counter trading, and a lot of that is actually wash trading as well. But there's so much over-the-counter trading, and I know because I was privy to some deals that were in the process of getting done, maybe back in the winter, and they didn't get done, but I was privy to knowing that they were existing, and I couldn't believe the amount of Bitcoins that was going back and forth on the over-the-counter trading. So, and I know when I brought that up to Jason Appleton when we did a live stream with Crypto Crow, he said he could see that. It's kind of the same. That makes sense to him, is that the fake volume is kind of canceled out by the over-the-counter trading, because if people knew those numbers, then, we probably are actually getting a realistic overall picture. Now, that is not for ICOs or brand new coins. Obviously, those are not getting traded over the counter. That's really mainly for Bitcoin and the overall kind of crypto market, top 10 coins, things like that. Most of your over-the-counter trading is done for Bitcoin. I'm sure there is some for, I know there's some for Ethereum and Ripple, or as you people like to say, XRP. But he's 20 years old. Wow, that's crazy. Let's see. I guess that works mostly on smaller exchanges. Yeah, what this article says here about the smaller exchanges compared to the bigger ones is that I think there's 10 exchanges that publish accurate volume, and I would assume Coinbase and Binance would be those, along with probably maybe Huobi, Bittrex. Those are probably some good ones as well. Let's see. I'm looking for where it said that. 48 exchange crypto history of 48 exchanges found that on 14 of them genuine trading may be zero. Wow. There may be 14 out of 48 exchanges where the trading is actually zero. I believe that. If you've ever gone on some of those smaller exchanges and tried to check them out, there's no volume there. So I did recently use some smaller exchanges, Bitmart, Mercatex, and I found that I actually got my orders filled and stuff on there. So not too terribly troubling on some of the smaller exchanges, but we know the ones. If there's one you've never heard of and it doesn't have any significant coins on it outside of maybe Bitcoin or Ethereum, then it's probably not somewhere you should do business at. And just remember always, guys, not your keys, not your crypto. So for you guys that were not on at the beginning, did want to mention this. Circle CEO becomes next guest at the Buffett Crypto Power Lunch. I will be in San Francisco next week for this Power Lunch extravaganza. I won't actually be going to the lunch, but I will be getting to go to the press conference with Warren Buffett. Going to be doing a lot of fun events that day. So thank you to Tron for inviting me out and things like that. Really excited to cover it for the channel. You guys know, obviously, IOST and Tron are basically competitors. So this isn't a rah-rah session for me to go and just, cheer on Tron. This is really me for the channel being able to go and report what this day is like, report, positive things that come out of it, if there's any issues and things like that. So really excited and honored that I was chosen to get to go do this. So I'll be back home on Sunday, and then I'll be leaving on Wednesday for San Francisco and be gone till Friday. So I have not used Switch.io. I have not used it. I'll have to check it out. I'll have to check it out. Crypto's Chain. Thanks, God. So, all right, guys, that is all I got for today. Thank you so much for watching. I got to get back to work here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Never been here before, so I'm going to go see some sites, maybe play some poker, stuff like that. So, thank you for watching, everybody. We will talk to you guys later when I can find my off switch.